A lot of people are asking what's really going on with this hantavirus outbreak, especially after scary videos of crying passengers and the ship staff started spreading online.
This is my sad duty to inform you that one of our passengers sadly passed away last night. Tragic as it is, it was due to natural causes, we believe, and also whatever health issues he was struggling with, I'm told by the doctor were not infectious. So the ship is safe when it comes to that. Look, it happens at sea sometimes, very sad, very tragic. Do everything we can in order to make sure that all the duties are observed and done in a dignified way. Anyways, the ship is safe. This gentleman unfortunately succumbed to natural causes, and like I say, we'll do what we can in order to continue in a safe and...
I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hantavirus, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people. People with families, with lives, with people waiting for us at home. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part. All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it, and that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now. I'll share more when I can, but for now, I just ask for your kindness and understanding. Thank you.
And it also doesn't help that last year, the mysterious death of Gene Hackman's wife was linked to this virus as well.
Hey, did you hear whose property this is?
No.
Gene Hackman.
I've already been threatened. Yeah. We have to keep this.
That's his wife.
Gene Hackman's handyman is heard telling first responders to keep news of the actor's death quiet in newly released body cam footage.
Yeah, he's down. He's been down for a while.
An autopsy found Hackman died of heart disease and Alzheimer's.
He's guarding her.
The dog?
Yeah.
In another video, a family dog was sitting next to the body of Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa, who investigators say died a week before Hackman of Hantavirus, a rare respiratory illness spread by rodents.
Now, not everyone is scared. A lot of people are actually very skeptical of all the media circus around this outbreak. People are confused as to why this outbreak is getting so much attention.
Now we've got some breaking news. Hantavirus has reached Singapore, with 2 people suspected of having the deadly disease currently isolating while being tested by doctors. We'll bring you the latest on GB News throughout the day.
Some people are also wondering why certain healthcare workers dealing with these patients are wearing full protective suits. Meanwhile, others only appear to be using basic face masks. The same type of masks that experts have previously said are not effective against airborne viruses. And the timing is also kind of strange, because this panic is spreading right as governments around the world are telling citizens to work from home. Politicians are even talking about changing habits and holiday destinations, all because of the upcoming fuel shortages.
I can see that if there's more impact, people might change their habits, where they go on holiday this year, what they're buying in the supermarket that sort of thing.
So really your message to the public is don't panic, but actually there may be some shortages of food and fuel.
So while it is understandable to be concerned, it's also important that you keep your eyes open to catch what else is going on. For instance, we all remember Hurricane Helene and how it devastated entire towns in places like North Carolina. And one of those towns was Asheville, which was devastated by the flood. Now, there are currently 132 single-family homes on the wait list for repairs or reconstruction. The city received $225 million to get this done, and they're currently spending just $3 million to repair 8 of these homes. As you just saw, they are spending tens of millions of dollars on economic revitalization and low-income housing. And this is the same thing we see after every disaster. Single-family homes suddenly get replaced by apartment complexes.
Turning wildfire devastation into opportunity. Lawmakers in Sacramento are pushing a new plan to transform fire-scorched land into affordable housing.
See this dollar? Ever wonder what it's actually worth when they can print more of it whenever they want? While the Federal Reserve prints trillions, your hard-earned dollars are getting watered down. You feel it at the gas pump and the grocery store. Your savings are being diluted every single day. That's why I trust what is tangible. For thousands of years, gold has been a reliable currency that doesn't require a government's permission to have value. Gold cannot be printed, cannot be devalued, and cannot be destroyed by a politician's pen. That's why I own gold. It can provide a hedge against inflation that paper money simply has never matched. I buy my gold from Lear Capital. Give them a call at 800-480-1100. Get a free investor kit to understand how gold can protect your wealth. Speak directly with an expert. There's no pressure, just education. Qualify for up to $20,000 in bonus gold with a qualified purchase. If you've been thinking about owning gold, now is the time. Call my friends at Lear Capital today. 800-480-1100 or go to learhustle.com and download their free information. 800-480-1100 or go to learhustle.com. Now, after getting a lot of criticism, the city council is trying to pass a new spending plan, but that will take months. There's no guarantee it will even get approved, and even if it does, they will still only repair half the homes. But instead of talking about this blatant land grab operation, 60 Minutes made a documentary about a minority of crazy people who were part of the rescue effort.
Outsiders started pouring into North Carolina.
So we got a lot of work to get done. If you're able to
including an influx of anti-government far-right groups.
These folks that we're talking about, they were in the minority. However, that minority can create chaos, and that's what we ran into.
I don't even know where to start with this one. First of all, it is pretty insane that they focus on the minority of bad eggs and not talk about all the brave Americans who were basically doing FEMA's job for them.
Hello? Search and rescue?
In fact, I'm pretty sure FEMA was more focused on sabotaging these rescue and recovery efforts.
Donate. Please donate what you can. Try to find a nonprofit to donate to, a church, local PD. A lot of those are taking donations, sheriff's departments. I know my department is running a bunch of stuff to the western part of the state to help, donate. But please do not donate to FEMA. They are hindering a lot of what people are trying to accomplish out in the western part of the state.
And what's crazy is that they also didn't talk about all the Amish people who are still there building shelters and homes because the government refuses to do so.
We want people to know that they are important and that no matter what happens to them, there's nothing so bad that God can't work some good out of it.
They tell us the work is long from over, with so many people still needing the basic necessities.
Just because the newness and the news and all that might not cover it so much anymore, there's still need.
It also feels very strange that you want to talk about men with guns, but not talk about families losing their kids for no fault of their own.
Awful what they're doing.
What are they doing with
they're
the
taking the kids if they don't have places to go, like if they don't have a camper or like something to go in,
right?
They can't. They're close.
CPS is coming to take them.
Child engagement. Yes, that's what they're doing.
Even if they're living with neighbors and their parents, they're coming to take them.
I know if they're in that shelter and they don't have a safe place to go when they leave that shelter, they will take them. And we have DSS lady on our team, and she confirmed it. We went to the place today, the shelter. They confirmed it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it's real.
They're taking the kids from the parents.
Yes, if they don't have a safe place to take them. And they're closing the shelters by Friday.
They never even mention how people were living in tents for months without any help from the government.
Hey everyone, it is November 25th. Monday. Laura and I are not at Chimney Rock today. We have traveled much farther into western North Carolina, where I told you there were people living in tents, right? We just got to this base camp. I have no idea what we're going to be doing here, but there are 5 people living in each tent.
As you can see, there are a lot of reasons why people are angry with this documentary. They feel betrayed because the mainstream media still refuses to report exactly what happened here. They still refuse to acknowledge the land grab we started after creating a fake need for lithium by passing insane laws under Joe Biden. It's clear we're not going to give most of these people their homes back. At least we can be honest about what happened to them. Now, I want to end this video by talking about the insane banana bill.
Hey, it's Marie. Great news. So you guys know about my banana bill. Well, I was able to move it through 2 separate vehicles in the House this week.
Opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is accepted.
The ayes have it. The amendment's agreed to.
You might be wondering why the hell you need to pass a bill to peel bananas at daycares. Well, it turns out this is also connected to processed food.
If you don't remember the banana bill, it's a really, I think, common sense piece of legislation, and it grew out of a conversation I had with a daycare worker in Southwest Washington.
And she asked me, hey, Congress lady, why can I legally open a bag of chips for the toddlers, but I can't peel a banana? And I spent weeks chasing this issue down, and I kept hearing that either this child care worker was stupid, lying to me, their boss was lying to her, and there was just no credence given at all.
And after digging and digging, I found out that it's considered food preparation.
They are being treated as if they are preparing sushi when they are trying to peel a banana. This is not an issue just in my state. This is across the country where legislation has not paid attention or genuflection to people actually doing the work of taking care of children.
That meant that it was a lot easier to give chips and processed foods than real food.
That is what has happened through a lack of respect and regard for people who actually work in childcare. And so when we have policies that wittingly or unwittingly make Cheetos more accessible to a toddler than fresh fruit, we have a crisis brewing.
So what we did, we designed a bill.
My amendment to direct the Secretary of Agriculture, in coordination with the Secretary of Health and Human Services, to develop a low-risk classification for healthy fresh fruits and vegetables and other foods that are typically consumed raw.
And any daycare provider in a state that takes federal dollars for childcare can now serve that food.
Let's listen to the people who are actually taking care of our kids, to remove the barriers to serving healthy food. And we need to empower the people who are actually doing the work.